Hey coach, is your game going to be live streamed? Can't find a broadcast partner? I have the solution for you. It's time to contact the Atlantic Soccer Media Group. The Atlantic Soccer Media Group will provide you with the most extensive live coverage and affordable rates to bring your club's matches to your fans, so they will never miss any of the action.
Pavlovsky's able to just get enough of a touch on it to release it to Davies. Davies will send it forward. Usmanfall gets it over to the far side. Awanja Bedard deflected, and it's in! What a deflected goal for Kalanchi Pro Profile to take the lead. Awanja Bedard with the goal.
And bring them along with you as you raise the trophy.
And there it is, your 2025 UPSL Women's National Champions. It is the Albany Alley Cats.
So what are you waiting for the best and easiest coverage, national exposure, attract sponsors, interact with your fans, work with scouts from around the world? Contact the Atlantic Soccer Media Group.
Welcome to this presentation of UPSL Soccer action, live on YouTube and presented by the Atlantic Soccer Media Group.
Good evening. Welcome to Lake Country United FC Soccer as we host Middle Georgia United. For tonight's starting lineup, first for Middle Georgia United, 0, Jason Lavaca. Number 3, Connor Brown. Number 13, Willie Justice. Number 17, Cesar Diaz. Number 8, Pedro Chamorro. Number 14, Marcus Bythwo. Number 10, James Skelton, captain. Number 5, Eric Ramirez. Number 11, Chris Bowen. Number 9, Bryce Marlin. And number 7, Daniel Rodriguez. And now for your Lake Country United FC starting lineup. From Watkinsville, Georgia, by way of Aguas Calientes, Mexico, your captain, number 10, Ricardo Ruiz. From Athens, Georgia, by the way of Hamden, Connecticut, number 77, Matt Wilson. From Eatonton, Georgia, by the way of Guanajuato, Mexico, number 4, Luis Almanza. From Covington, Georgia, by the way of Manchester, England, number 12, Jalen Ryan Amar. From Eatonton, Georgia, number 2, Edwin Lopez. From Covington, Georgia, by the way of Montego Bay, Jamaica, number 6, Tayshawn Walker. From Eatonton, Georgia, number 22, Brian Canales. From Athens, Georgia, by the way of Lincoln, Nebraska, number 11, Jordan Durante. From McDonough, Georgia, by the way of Milledgeville, Georgia, number 7, Demarion McCray. From Eaton, Georgia, by the way of Kansas, Mexico, number 9, Lefty Fuentes. And from Rice up through childhood and 2 years at LaGrange College, also for Istanbul Social Circle and Rockland High School, number 27, Dallas Dale, your starting Lake Country United FC. Ladies and gentlemen, we do please ask that you rise for the playing of the national anthem.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the season opener for Lake Country United FC taking on Middle Georgia United here at Greene County Stadium in Greensboro, Georgia. My name is Larry Weaver. Thank you so much for watching. And we have seen Lake Country United throughout their preseason, and what they do is they put goals into the net. And this is what we're hoping to see tonight for the newcomers into the Division I system. Take a look at the lineup for today's match for Lake Country United. Wilson in goal again for Lake Country. Ryan Amer, Daly, Almanza and Lopez holding down the defensive line. Durante playing on the wing with Ibarra Ruiz on the other side. The captain for tonight's match, Fuentes and McCray up on top. It's also good to know that McCray is good to go for tonight's match, as that preseason friendly last week against Georgia Athletic took a knock and is okay and ready to go for tonight's match. They are looking to find that form that they had throughout the entire preseason friendlies, 3 matches, and they put goals in the back of the net, and they are wanting to see if they can do the same thing, get into promotion to the Premier Division, see if they have an opportunity to get part of that record for UMAFC when they were down here in Division I, scored 63 goals in one season. Can they do the same, equal that time? That's what they are going to go for. They're going up against a very formidable Middle Georgia United. They've been in the Division I since being a part of the UPSL system. They had an opportunity last season in the fall to earn promotion into the Premier, and they just fell short. They're back here. They didn't make it through the playoffs. They're back here in the Division I system. There's a ton of teams in Division I this season. 10 teams down here in the north, 10 here in the south, 11 in the north, and it is chock-a-block full of competition. And get ready, because there is a lot of it. A lot of matches going on this weekend here in Division I. A unbelievable stadium we have here in Greensboro, Georgia, Greene County Stadium, and they pull out all the stops, does Lake Country United. And it'll be Lake Country United in the white kits. They're going to be moving right to left. Middle Georgia United in the purple kits, moving from left to right. Looks like Lake Country United are going to get us underway to start. Underway here in Greensboro, Georgia. Thank you so much for coming along with us here on ASMG TV. Wilson surveys the field. He'll send it long. Headed back into possession. Good control there. Nice ball. Trying to get it over here to the near side to Lopez. Unable to do so. McCray trying to lift it over to Durante. Like I said, McCray took a little bit of a knock in that match against Georgia Athletic. He was able to make it through. Nice ball for Middle Georgia. Play it back. Fuentes putting on the pressure. And cleared out for throw for Middle Georgia. So Lake Country United, their first preseason friendly, they won 6-0. Then they played in the ASMG TV. Here's a chance for Middle Georgia. Save by Wilson and off the top bar. Middle Georgia putting on the pressure right off the bat in the second minute. Fuentes back down, across, out for a goal kick. But I was going to say their first preseason match was a 6-0 win over Augusta soccer team. They played in the ASMG TV Invitational, defeated Augusta Arsenal 5-3, and then last week against Georgia Athletic SC, they won 3-2. So they've been able to put goals on the board. We'll see if they can do that throughout this season. That was a really good chance. We'll look at that replay in just 1 second. As that was a take a look at that really quick. See this. This is a great opportunity. And it's Marlowe who had the first chance. Whew. That almost. Back live.
Keep pressing. Nothing wide. Nothing wide.
Good work by the defense of Lake Country to release it. That ball's going to go out. It'll be a throw for Middle Georgia. That ball is a handball on Canales, just outside center circle. It's Middle Georgia team, like I said, been a part of Division I for some time now. Play out of Macon, Georgia. Here comes McCray. Through the midfield, plays it over. Couldn't get it to Fuentes, but is able to get it to Lopez. Tried to put it into the box. Gets a second opportunity. Gets past the defender. And that one hits the outside netting. Will be a goal kick. See here. McCray wanted it to get to Fuentes, unable to do so. Gets it to Lopez. First chance, gets cut off. Second chance, gets past the defender, but all he has to shoot for is the side netting. Back live. Controlled there by Ramirez. That ball go out. It'll be a throw for Lake Country. And a goal kick. Throw in here in the 7th minute. Straight up into the air from the defender. Giving an opportunity for Lake Country to attack. That ball go out, be a throw for Middle Georgia. Trying to keep that in play. It'll roll out, and it'll be a Lake Country throw. Fuentes trying to let that ball roll into space so that he could attack. Not able to do so, but it is going to be a throw for Lake Country.
You're in a good spot, Dally. Look back.
Into the box, headed by Fuentes, unable to control it. Little bit of a deflection off of that attempt. Now wanting to transition was Middle Georgia, still in play. Tried to sneak that pass through. He wanted to get that to Rodriguez, unable to do so. What a ball to McCray. Sneak. Oh, what a save. What a foot save on that one. Shot over the bar and out for a goal kick. McCray almost got the scoring open there in the 9th minute. Take a look at this ball. It is put on a dime for him. See the run right to him. He's all by himself. And a perfect last second touch of the ball with his boot keeps that out of the net. Lavaca having to make a sensational save. Ooh, there's another decent ball, but not able to control it. I believe that was Ryan Amer. Ryan Amer, I'll spit it out. The Manchester man. Skelton going one-on-one with Lopez. Cut across, shot! And Wilson just had to push that ball over the bar out for a corner. Good attack out of Middle Georgia so far in this match. We'll take a look at that replay here in a moment. They've had two really good opportunities in these first 10 minutes. Played short, lose it. Tried off of the training ground. McCray sends that pass. The defender wants to go a foot race. He's able to get there. Tries to get around two defenders, unable to do so. Knocked out, and it'll be a throw for Lake Country. Looks like he is not worried about that knock from last week at all. Shot out and over. Marion's only 19 years old. He's a nice, fast winger. Traditionally, plays in that wing. Kind of a setup of a 4-2-2 right now. Almost like a 4-1-2. 4-1-3-2. Something like that. You figure it out. Anyways, there goes McCray. Loses possession. Trying to win it back. You can see that easily distinguishable gold line as the touch line. It's difficult in some locations to see that touch line. That ball will just roll back to Lavaca.
It's okay. Come on, Ryan. Stay positive. Well done, Eddie. Hand on your back, Kimbo. Oh, beautiful.
McCray gets past the defender, shot. And that one is out for a corner. Lavaca coming in strong, just like Wilson, to keep this 0-0. This will be an in-swinger. Again, another short attempt. Into the box, bouncing. What a save by Lavaca. This young man is having a sensational match in these first 14 minutes. He is going to make it a challenge if this Lake Country United squad wants to put some goals on the board. Good work there by number 27, Dallas Daly. He came into the squad late in the preseason. Impressed Coach Gilbert to get this starting spot. Ramirez will lay that ball off. That ball will go out, be a throw for Middle Georgia. Take a look at the referees for tonight's campaign. Because right in center officials, Zambrano and Ishmael are our ARs, and Brandon Carr is our fourth official. Headed away by Lake Country. Brown will run that down, put it back in play for Middle Georgia. Now Skelton. Right at the box, sliding across. Ooh. That easily was another opportunity on goal. Just a tick off of that pass. Another corner for Middle Georgia. Lifted high into the air, headed from near side to far side. Had nothing to do with it. Pass worked away. It's a bad touch. Allowed that ball to find its way to Wilson. Be a throw for Lake Country. Into the box, not able to get that header. Goes out. Nice ball. Find its way through. Goal kick. Now, here's an opportunity for Middle Georgia in the box all alone. What? Another great save from Wilson. 30-year-old just keeps making save after save in these first 18 minutes. This will be another corner for Middle Georgia in this first half. They tried the short one. They tried the high boot into the box. See what they do this time. Outswinger to the back post. More central than back post, but cleared. Tried to wait on that. Middle Georgia knock it out. It'll be a throw. McCray was trying to time it, but the Middle Georgia man knocked it out for the throw. Tried to switch a play. Nice little touch there by Durante. Back to Durante. He's had a second chance on his soccer career, and he has taken the bull by the horns, is Durante. Bouncing through, out for a goal kick. Durante, 22 years old. This will be a corner for Lake Country United. This corner is sponsored by RMJ Quality Printing, or Quality Painting, excuse me. Excuse me, RMJ. Here comes the outswinger. Headed down, cleared by be a throw for Lake Country. Able to get a touch on that. Keep possession for Lake Country. Middle Georgia find it. Oh, what a ball forward. Wilson having to come out of his box and clear that, because that was a dangerous position for Middle Georgia. Crossed goal, but Lavaca will be there to control it. Lavaca will send that to the heavens. Almost. Ooh, nice ball. Trying to get it to Skelton. He's there. Oh, Skelton puts it away to make it 1-0. Middle Georgia United have looked really well in these first 21 minutes. Take a look at this ball from Skelton. They win it here in the midfield, and he just zips through the defense right there between the center backs and puts it past Wilson. Nothing he can do. He's all alone. Makes it 1-0. See if Lake Country United can equalize quickly. We always like to say here at ASMG TV, the hashtag response time. It's 5 minutes after you scored a goal to respond quickly to equalize. Otherwise, it starts to take time to get that goal. Foul committed there by Middle Georgia on Walker. He'll get us back underway. Come over here to Dally. Survey the field. Dallas will give it back to Walker. Now switch a play over to the far side. Nobody is going to be there. That ball will roll out for a goal kick. Good intensity from both teams so far in the first 23 minutes.
Brian, if you're going to pick him up, Okay, go forward. Okay, the tape's got him. Now you pick up. There you go. Now you're thinking.
Nice ball out.
Allen, you cannot miss that ball. You cannot miss that.
That ball will find its way out. It'll be a throw. For Middle Georgia. That one's going to be won by Lopez. Ruiz to the far side. One time, two times, three times, into the box. Bouncing around, shot, and it's in! There's the equalizer here in the 23rd minute. And it comes from the captain. Take a look at this replay. And it starts from Ibarra Ruiz. Bouncing around in the box. He plays it back and buries it right off of the post and in to make it 1-1. So the captain takes it on his own, equalizes this match in the 23rd minute. Now we have a game, folks. These two teams are bringing the energy tonight here in Greensboro, Georgia. This is just the start of the season. And there are some quality teams down here in the Georgia South region of Division I. All these teams vying for an opportunity to play in the Premier Division next season if they get promoted. Now, here's another great opportunity. It's Marion McCray. He gets past one man. Still with possession. Slides it across. Shot. Deflected. And that will be a corner for Lake Country United. This corner will be sponsored by Lamb's Dolce's Ice Cream and More in Eatonton, Georgia. Ready for this scoop of outswinger. Low to the near post. It'll be knocked out, and you'll get a double dose.
Well done.
This one to more of the far post and in. What a header and a goal for Lake Country United to make it 2. That was a sensational ball. The first one wasn't so good, but the second one is sublime. Look at this replay, folks. Here comes the outswinger. It's going to float its way towards the back post, nearest post here, and right centrally headed away to make it 2-1. It's what you want to do. You want to catch it on its flight towards that near post on our side, the far post to the taker, and just redirect it into the net. And that was Lefty Fuentes, number 9, for that goal in the 25th minute to make it 2-1. Wilson will send this out. Foul committed. Lefty Fuentes is another one of the players that's new to the Lake Country United roster, the 27-year-old, originally from Mexico. Came to the U.S. as an adult, and he has impressed the coaching staff ever since joining. Tried to sneak that ball through the channel, not going to be able to do so, cut off. Walker will play it over to the far side as the sun begins to set here in Greensboro. Skelton gets possession. That ball from Ramirez will find its way out. It'll be a throw for Lake Country. Like I said, these two teams joining 10 teams. That was a mistake. Walker was thinking about what he was going to do instead of securing the ball. Lucky for him, was able to clear it, get it back to Lavaca. These two teams, they will be a part of the 10 teams that are down here in the South, including FC Columbus Elite, Columbus Night Eagles, Atlanta City FC, Augusta Soccer Team, Albion SC Atlanta U23s, AFA Academy, Calera FC, and LSA Norcross Pro 2. So a couple teams that are reserves, but the majority of those teams, they are individual teams. That ball will be a Lake Country United throw. And we've got a substitution for Lake Country United into the day for number 27, Dallas Daly, replaced by number 5. I believe that's who that was. '30th minute, free kick for Lake Country. Bouncing around. Lavaca couldn't get there. Coming across, another opportunity is pushed away by Middle Georgia. Lake Country still with possession. Oh, that was a really good opportunity. Quick deflection. Fuentes almost had his brace. See if he gets another opportunity to maybe put another one in. Little Georgia come away with it. Battle there between McCray and the Middle Georgia man. Sees they go out for a throw, taken quickly. Controlled on the line by Lopez, played it forward. Lavaca wins that ball. He will send another one sky high. Controlled, at least for a second, by Rodriguez, but he gives it up to Lake Country. Vaca with possession. And it was Joe Crick who came on for Dallas. Joe did not play last week against Georgia Athletic. Good to see him back in the lineup. Walker plays that back. Not able to get a quality pass to Crick. What a tackle from Crick. Play it down the near line. Nice pass to Fuentes. He plays a beautiful ball forward. Goes down. No foul is issued, but advantage is played. The ball goes out. Be a throw for Lake Country, taken quickly. Lifted into the box. Tries the bicycle. Still in possession. Canales is deflected. Middle Georgia United, they really had possession and the aggression in the first 15, 20 minutes, and the tide has shifted to Lake Country United since the 2 goals. Ooh, what a ball to Skelton. He's in space. Try to tackle, still has it in the box. And that ball is knocked out, and it will be a corner for Middle Georgia. Skelton had a really, really good opportunity there. All right, this will be an outswinger for Middle Georgia here in the 35th minute. 2-1, Lake Country United. Back post, straight up into the air. And that'll be a throw for Middle Georgia. 35 minutes have gone. Lake Country will earn the foul. Survey, play it forward. Good clearance there by Crick. Durante trying to get around, able to control the possession. He fought off 2 men. But he's going to be called for the foul. He's trying to say that he was the one that was being bear hugged there. See that fluid play where Durante, normally playing on the right wing, was all the way over here on the left side. Able to get that ball out of danger. These 2 teams have been just at full speed throughout this 37 minutes. Towards the box, Fuentes lays it off. Gets it back. He's in space, and he puts it away for the brace. Lefty Fuentes in the 37th minute makes it 3-1 for the home team, Lake Country United. Take a look at this. Mr. Fuentes putting on a clinic in the striker zone. Look at this. Receives it, lays it off. He gets it right back, right into open space. Got that defender to suck into that pass. Puts it away to make it 3-1. Skelton will play it back. And it'll go all the way back to Lavaca. There was nothing Lavaca could do that. I mean, he had some sensational saves early in this first half, but that one, I mean, he's left alone on just a sheet of ice, just like Wilson with that goal with Skelton. And just no matter how many saves you make, there's times where there's nothing that you can do as a keeper. Nice little touch there by Fuentes to try to force play. Let that dummy run. Middle Georgia. Kept it in off the gold line. But they win it back. That pass a little off the mark. Durante wasn't going to be able to get there. That ball goes out. It'll be a throw.
Young players, if you are participating in the halftime shootout, if you would meet down at the gate coming onto the field where you came in tonight, that's where
and that'll be a foul.
Knight down there who can get you directed.
As one of the things that this Lake Country United organization does is they put on a presentation. Plenty of sponsorship, and they've got activities for fans and attendance and so much more. Now this is an opportunity for Middle Georgia here in the 40th minute. Three-man wall for Lake Country. That one just struck with way too much conviction, goes out for a goal kick. Ooh, nice move, but lost possession. See what Walker was thinking. Crick, ooh, nice move, Crick. But the pass is off the mark. Middle Georgia shot! Put it away. A mistake by Joe Crick leads to the second goal for Middle Georgia United to make it 3-2. Take a look at this opportunity. You see it starts right there. Then here, Crick tries the little bit of the dummy. The pass is slow and just buries it in the side netting to make it 3-2. I believe that was Nicholas Moody who scored that goal. Or, see who that was. Oh, excuse me. Getting my numbers wrong. That was number 11, Bowen, who scored that goal. (3-2) Lake Country United over Middle Georgia United.
Just a reminder, if you are participating in the shootout, this is the last call to report down to the area by the gate that you came in. I also want to let you know that our soccer players will be kicking against Eli Heil, one of the Lake Country
Got
FCS
a Middle Georgia United player down on the pitch. It's been unseasonably warm this weekend. Friday, Saturday, Sunday, they're expecting 80s in the Georgia region, pretty much throughout the majority of the nation through the Midwest. It was forecasted for very, very warm days here in the middle of March. And you'd expect that later on, say May, not mid-March.
Lake Country FCS would again like to thank a couple of our sponsors for this evening. RMJ Custom Painting for all of your custom painting and home improvement projects. Jennifer Vaughn Real Estate, the best realtor
Craig
in
getting
Lake
his
Oconee.
boot back on.
Please call her whether you're buying or selling in the area. Sign, Stone, and Landscaping for all your landscaping.
We'll get back on the road here in just a few moments. They let this, with it being the injury, they went ahead and did a very, very late hydration break.
Roofs, repairs, they do it all.
It'll be Lake Country United that will get us back underway once we get the clearance from the center official. Lake Country move forward. Deflected. Trying to win it back. Going to be able to do so. Good work there by Crick. I'm about as confused as everybody else on the pitch trying to figure out what was called. You can see pretty much both teams and all the staff and everybody just stopped and looked like, what was just called? We're going to get a drop ball. We'll get back underway. Strange. Nevertheless, we're back underway here in the 47th minute. I would expect to get a little bit of stoppage time here with that quasi-hydration break. What a run there by Crick. He saw that pass coming from Skelton. Lopez switches play. Good ball forward. Wanted to get around the defender and just collided into him. But that ball's going to go out, and it's going to be a throw for Lake Country United.
One last reminder for any of our young soccer players that are going to participate in the shootout.
Shot! And that one goes wide. Edwith Lopez tried to take one on himself.
Just head on that way.
Lovatka send this one out. First touched by Lake Country. Still in possession. Lopez tried to make the turn. Ibarra Ruiz, far side. See Durante calling for it. He's playing on the left side now. Got around the defender, into the box. Not able to get it to a teammate. Still get it possessed, though. Play it back here to Canales. Slows down, gives it to Crick, takes some time. Get it forward to Fuentes. He's tackled. No foul. Canales run it down. At first, Lake Country thought that they should have been given a foul there on that challenge on Fuentes. Crick controls it. They'll play it over to far side. Has space to move forward if he wants. Gets it over to Lopez. Lopez thought about it, held up, thinks about it again, takes the shot. That one's off the mark, out for a goal kick.
Keep it up, it's coming.
Lopez starting to feel the chances, the 21-year-old. He's been one of the originals of the Lake Country United squad. Playing all the way back in the early years when he was just 11 years old, now 21. Foul committed. Right in center circle is where Middle Georgia get us underway. We're 5 minutes through stoppage time. Pass by Ramirez, able to get it to a teammate. Trying to work it here in the near channel. Not going to be able to get there. It'll be a goal kick. Didn't expect we'd have too much more stoppage time. Maybe a minute or so. We'll see. Because we had the injury and we had the hydration break, along with 5 goals. Throw in by Middle Georgia. Sliding challenge, no foul. Trying to work it down that far line. Able to keep it in. But that pass, ooh, he gets it back. Shot, save, Lovatka. He had to get that one because the defender was trying to clear it, but put it right back into possession of Lake Country United. Another corner. Javes Roofing is the sponsor of this corner. Outswinger, headed straight up into the air. And that will do it for the first 45. Ladies and gentlemen, we go into the half with the score. Lake Country United 3, Middle Georgia United 2. End-to-end action throughout this first 45 minutes. We'll step away for a few minutes, allow you to get a beverage and a snack. Come back, we'll give you 45 more minutes of intense action, and you'll see it right here on ASMG TV. It ends at the half. Lake Country United 3, Middle Georgia United 2.
Hey coach, is your game going to be live streamed? Can't find a broadcast partner? I have the solution for you. It's time to contact the Atlantic Soccer Media Group. The Atlantic Soccer Media Group will provide you with the most extensive live coverage and affordable rates to bring your club's matches to your fans. So they will never miss any of the action.
Pavlovsky's able to just get enough of a touch on it to release it to Davies. Davies will send it forward. Usman Fall gets it over to the far side. Awanja Bedard deflected, and it's in! What a deflected goal for Kalanchi Pro Profile to take the lead. Awanja Bedard with the goal.
And bring them along with you as you raise the trophy.
And there it is, your 2025 UPSL Women's National Champions. It is the Albany Alley Cats.
So what are you waiting for the best and easiest coverage, national exposure, attract sponsors, interact with your fans, work with scouts from around the world? Contact the Atlantic Soccer Media Group.
Welcome back here to Greene County Stadium for this UPSL Division I action. It is Lake Country United 2, Middle Georgia United, Lake Country United 3, Middle Georgia United 2. I'll spit it out. It's a great first half between these two teams. Middle Georgia United will get us underway here in the second half. They're in the in the purple kits, moving from right to left, and Lake Country United in the white kits, moving from left to right. Ready to kick that Voight ball. Voight, the official match ball sponsor of the UPSL, underway for 45 more minutes of action here in Greene County Stadium. Can Middle Georgia equalize, or will Lake Country United continue to score goals like they did throughout the preseason? We'll find out. 45 more minutes. Lavaca and Wilson putting on some really good performances as both keepers have had to make some sensational saves, as well as allowing a few of them in the back of the net. Goals from Ricardo Abaro Ruiz and Lefty Fuentes' brace for Lake Country United. Skelton and Bowen with goals for Middle Georgia. Lake Country United. Sneak it, trying to get it to Fuentes. He's able to get it on the second attempt. Deflected off of the defender. And a foul will be committed by Walker. Allow release of tension for Middle Georgia, and Fuentes is just going to jump in front of that ball as well to say, you slow it down there. Controlled by the defense of Lake Country United. Lopez doing a sensational job over there in that left back role. Get it to Jalen Ryan Amar. Really haven't even called Ryan Amar's name through the majority of that first 45. A Manchester, England man. Only 18 years old. It's one of the things that Lake Country United has well, is that mix of veterans along with younger. Talk about younger players. You don't get much younger than the now record U.S. Open Cup goal scorer, that being Mr. Braden Kalanji from Kalanji Pro Profile. They lost to Chattanooga FC, but he'll get to have that record, at least for the meantime.
There it is.
That ball will go out. Throw in for Middle Georgia. Played back to Lavaca. Came back and received it. That was good work there. Owen. Able to hold possession for Middle Georgia. Fuentes is going to commit the foul. You can see Coach Gilbert just giving it to the center ref. Little extra talk for the AR closer to him as well. You always love to see that in the coach. You want to see a coach fired up. fully committed to the match. That one getting past Ryan Amer, but it'll go out. It'll be a throw for Lake Country United. Quickly taken. He'll get it back. He'll give it to his center back, Crick. He'll send it out. Through center circle. Into space on that far channel. That's a great ball. Getting past the defender, trying to get it past. Lavaca not going to be able to do so. Lavaca, great work by the young goalkeeper. One thing Lavaca does is when he clears that ball, he sends it into the heavens. You think if he probably angled that ball down, he would probably send it another 20 yards. He did a kind of a side volley like you would see in something that you would see somebody like Casper Schmeichel do. Unfortunately, he's going to be out for a minimum of a year plus. He was injured over there. Former Leicester City man playing for Celtic, I believe. Nice ball again into that far channel. Walker rolls its way to Lavaca. Lake Country United have found something in that far channel. That is 2 balls in a row that have just been an opportunity for McCray to express himself into that space. Walker lays it over. Canales. He'll get to move around center circle before trying to send it to Fuentes, or excuse me, Durante. And Durante will earn the foul. Canales will be the one that will put this back into play. Just gives it to Walker. Gets it back. Gets it back one more time.
Hey, we're good, boys.
Good ball through. Lavaca is there. It's good to see that Durante able to take a challenge like that, because when he was in a college, he tore his ACL in his senior year. And if you've any player that has ever torn a knee ligament in soccer, you're always a bit gun shy when you take a challenge. You're a little gun shy. You just don't want it to happen again. Now here, once again, that far channel. McCray, that time is just pulled back. If you're in need for a McCray jersey, I'm sure that Lake Country United will have one of those at the gift shop, and you can pick one up for your way home. This will be an opportunity. It's about 25 yards out for Lake Country United.
Hey, go United. Win it. Backside open.
That one saved after the deflection. Speaking of team apparel, if you want to pick up some team apparel, go over to UPSLFanshop.com and you will find T-shirts of some of your favorite UPSL teams across the nation. You'll find teams like Soda City FC, Tennessee Tempo, Kalanchi Pro Profile, Potros FC, and more. Just go to upslfanshop.com. You can also pick you up a Voight match ball. This corner coming in, it was low, it was cleared. Middle Georgia wanting to transition quickly, a little too quickly. Come over here to the near side. Middle Georgia. No foul is called. Walker. Canales. He'll go all the way back to Wilson. Controlled by Ryan Amer. Gives it back to Almanza and Canales. Over to Crick. He'll just give it right back to Canales. He'll send a ball into that channel. Look at that. Oh, to Marion McCray. Just a little bit on that bounce. Gets him out of position. Here comes another Voight ball so that we can get back underway. Some substitutes coming on for Lake Country United. Durante's day looks to be done. He'll be replaced by Alfonso Abar-Ruiz. One other one there. It's just off. Wilson. Or excuse me, Lavaca. They've been so good back there, I got them mixed up. That's Wilson. Wilson had an opportunity to play in the UPSL in Arizona. And you can see why the 30-year-old was chosen by Coach Gilbert. He's made some good saves in this match to keep the lead for Lake Country United. That ball rolls out of the field of play. It's right there on the track to be. Pedro! Substitute for Middle Georgia. Before we get back underway here in the 58th minute. Thrown in. Crick will send this one forward, but right into Lavaca's arms. Again, just Fuentes will send this one forward. McCray's cut off. That would have been a really good opportunity for the young man. That ball go out. I still say if Lavaca could work down the technique of a side volley release, he could send that ball another 20, maybe even 30 yards, and that would be a dangerous, dangerous technique and foot in the arsenal for Middle Georgia United. If you want to see somebody in the UPSL that is really good to that, you would look at FC Birmingham's goalkeeper, Cosmos Azuro. He can do that side volley really well. Cleared by Middle Georgia. The attack is on. A foul. Hold up as the player for Middle Georgia is down. The player that released a trainer running onto the pitch. But that side volley technique, that's something that Cosmos Azuro from FC Birmingham is really good at. If you can go back and watch some of the older FC Birmingham matches that you can see here on ASMG TV. And that's something that Lavaca, if he had in his arsenal, would be just a huge little tool in the chest for Middle Georgia. But it's one of those techniques that is a thin line. You either get it right or it's not so good. Tried to squeak that through. Cross play, not going to be able to do so. Let that ball roll was Fuentes. Play it off. Into the box, straight up in the air by the defender. Still a chance, and it's in the back of the net for Lake Country United to make it 4-2. Another goal. Take a look at this one. Put into the box. The defender sends it straight up into the air, allows the opportunity, and buried to make it 4-2. The captain, Baro Ruiz, with the goal to get a brace. Now, Middle Georgia need to get some goals with haste. Cannot control that ball, goes out. It'll be a throw. Play it over to the far side. Trying to get that ball into the zone for Alfonso Baro Ruiz, but a little too far in front, allowed the Middle Georgia man to clear it. Thrown in. Cleared. Still in possession of Lake Country. They'll play it back. Here comes the counter from Middle Georgia. Bowen, the ball was just hit with too much. See what they were trying to do, trying to get that ball to Bowen in space. Unfortunately, it was just too hot of a pass. That ball is knocked out. That'll be a corner for Middle Georgia.
Hey, Rui, you go in. Alfonso, come out. Demo, check in a little ways. Just check in just a little. Right in the middle. Pick up number 5, Demo.
You hear Middle Georgia
Demo.
coaching staff trying to get the players set up. This one to the back post and beyond, headed back in, but not enough, and it goes out for a goal kick. Wilson will allow the ball boy to run that one down, as that is a nice size track as a part of this Greene County Stadium, home of the Tigers. Not able to control that pass was Abaro Ruiz, but still able to find its way back into a teammate's possession. That ball splendid from Crick. Almost got that, and that was just another sensational pass from Joe Crick. They are just finding this path through to McCray, and man, oh man. Player down for Middle Georgia. Look at this from Joe Crick. This ball, he's going to receive it, and watch this pass. Pass the defender perfectly to McCray, all the way to the box, trying to get that pass. Not able to do so, but man, that was sublime from Crick. That could have been 5-2, and I mean, we're getting the nails out for the coffin because that was a perfect ball.
Home Improvement, specializing in rehabbing rental properties for investors, mobile home parks, and providing professional trim outs for mobile homes.
See a bit of hydration break while the player from Middle Georgia is being attended to. Is it, like I said, it has been unusually warm throughout the United States, especially in the southeast and Midwest regions. Temperatures in the 80s throughout the majority of the East Coast and Midwest this weekend in the forecast. .84 degrees today. So we always say when it comes to hydration, you got to do the regimen days in advance. You want that body to have those fluids, be able to maintain. Players going to come off for Middle Georgia.
Sponsors, Lamb's Dolces has their stand up and running right as
this is all said and done. You might want to run over to Lamb's Dolces stand over there and get you some ice cream because it's been a warm evening. So Middle Georgia has roughly 21, 22 minutes. See if they can find 2 goals to get the equalizers. Otherwise, Lake Country United are going to continue their winning ways. Won their 3 preseason friendlies. One of those being the ASMG TV Invitational. They are the hot club in Division I. There's a foul committed by Ryan Amer on Skelton. Striker knew how to gain that foul off of the wingback. Ball sent towards the box, headed, but right into the hands of Wilson. Good thought there by Middle Georgia. We talked about this South Conference in Division I. We talk about the North Division, 11 teams there. Quick will play it back to Wilson. Working that far line. But some of the teams in the North, you've got Georgia Athletic SC. Here's a chance for Middle Georgia, cleared by Crick. Chattanooga FC U20s. North Georgia United, club the strongest, the Los Tigres. Atlanta Ignite FC, Dalton United, Mableton FC, Scenic City SC 2, Lithonia City, LSA Mustangs 2, and Cleveland United FC. It's just a full-on chock-a-block full of action in that North. I mean, there are some killers in that North Division. If you can't get enough of Division I here in the Premier Division as well, get ready, because here in May, the UPSL Georgia Women's Division will kick off, and see if the Steamers can start another campaign to make it to the national championship. Be a part of it just like they were last season, last year. Have to travel to Kansas City, compete at the KC Currents training facility. ASMG were your broadcast partners for those matches, and there were some sensational matches by the women. Go back and watch those on the UPSL YouTube channel, especially that final between Little Rock and Albany. That was one of the best games that you'll see. Knocked away, out for a goal kick. Wilson.
Hey guys, 4:20.
Will send it long. Headed straight back by Middle Georgia, but returned. Not going to be able to get there in front of Lavaca. Mraz is now in the striker role for Lake Country. More subs coming in. Casali coming into it, the match for Lake Country United. That ball bouncing into danger, So Wilson is there to grab it. Quickly thrown in by Middle Georgia. Maybe a little too quickly as a player was down. Another play down. Middle Georgia United are starting to drop like flies. Trainer has been very busy this second half.
Again, Lake Country FC would like to again thank a couple of our sponsors, RMJ Custom Painting for all your custom painting and home improvement projects, Jennifer Vaughn Real Estate, and Sains Stone and Landscaping for all your stonework and landscaping needs. Again, thank you to all of our sponsors for this evening's soccer game.
Danny!
Stop.
If you're still needing that last snack for the evening, don't forget El Amigo and Lamb's Dolces have their food available and at the gate as you
Good to see the player able to walk off of the pitch on his own accord. See if this will be a drop ball for Middle Georgia. Fourth official coming over to talk to the center. A little bit of conversation going on between the staffs and the referee squad, getting something worked out before we get back to play. We're sitting here in the 78th minute. I would expect we're probably going to see a good amount of substitution, extended time like we had last time. Stoppage time will probably be large. So this will be the drop ball here in the 79th minute. So we get back underway. Skelton will clear it for Middle Georgia. That little shoulder chest slash shoulder punch of the ball there. It was interesting from the Middle Georgia man. They get the throw. Back to Lavaca. Controlled. In through center circle. The movement of Middle Georgia has kind of slowed down here in this second half compared to the first half. Bit of a challenge there, able to work out of it. I believe offsides was called there. That ball is going to roll almost out. Had to run that down, keep it in. Able to get it back to Lavaca. Number 18 for Middle Georgia had to get on his horse, otherwise that would have been a throw. Here comes an opportunity for Lake Country, but that one was easily controlled by Lavaca. He'll send another one away.
Joe, move it. Ball, ball, ball. Thank you. Thank you. Eddie.
Quick earns the foul. It's a Middle Georgia man. Commits the foul, goes down, ends up hurting himself with the trouble. Back underway. Ryan Ayer trying to sneak that ball into the channel, but it goes out. It'll be a throw. Ryan Amer will get us back under. Another substitution coming on. Nick Moody coming on. End of the day for Edwith Lopez, who'd had a great game. Another corner for Lake Country United. This one, Signs Stone and Landscaping. Corner to the back post. Cleared by Middle Georgia. Trying to switch it. Oh, but he was offsides, was McCray. McCray trying to sneak it through from post to post. That was a very, very stiff pass there. Couldn't control it. That's the one thing about lower divisions is being able to control those crisp passes, not allow them to get away from your body. Battle in the midfield between the two teams. Middle Georgia came away with it. Tugged back. Card is issued in the 84th minute for that tug back by the Lake Country United man. Salim Albiali is who is carded there in the 84th minute.
Aaliyah, watch this guy here. Just know he's there.
Controlled. Lake Country tried to release it, not able to do so. Not able to control that. Goes out, via throw. Mraz was just not able to control that ball there on that exchange. Throw in for Middle Georgia. That one goes out again. Middle Georgia just getting throw-ins as they continue down the line. Here's a chance. Nice sliding challenge by Lake Country. They get into space. That ball just a little too far in front of Mraz. Allows Lavaca to release it out for a throw. Controlled. Over to the far side. Nice 1-2 there for Lake Country, and goes down hard. Earns the foul. This is a good opportunity late in this match for Lake Country United. Watch this passing here. Past the center official there. Over there on that far side. Little 1-2 gimme there. And just full on. That's the wrong football type tackle there.
After the game to meet with the Lake Country FC soccer players. Again, stick around after the game and enjoy the post-game festivities.
Right off of the wall. Into space, across. Not able to get there, be a goal kick. Ryan Amer hit that right off of the face of player standing in that wall. Takes a lot of guts to stand there, take a shot like that. Straight up into the air from Ryan Amer. Controlled. Good ball forward. Gets around one man, gets around a second man, gets it back into space. And that one almost does it on his own. Watch this one, ladies and gentlemen. Amer sends it forward, Ryan Amer. Then turn, put it into space, and then all on his own. He gets past the first man, gets past the second man, gets past the third man, trying to put it away, not able to do so. Back alive. I believe that's Rui James Pereira, who was zigging and zagging his way through Middle Georgia roster there. Walker. Back to Crick. This looks to be a win for Lake Country United. Still fighting for it. Shot, pulled, cleared. Ended up kind of getting in each other's way, did the Lake Country United roster, and that will be a handball by Bowen. Next week, Lake Country United will be on the road. They'll play next Saturday against Calera FC over at Eagles Sports Complex. Middle Georgia, they'll be home on the 11th. They'll have some time off. Their next game's on the 11th. They'll take on that Calera FC, but they'll be at home at East Lawrence High School. So they've got a little bit of time off to work on maintaining that attack. They had a great first 45. The second 45, just a little off, and it really looks like it's hydration and just stamina in the second 45 for Middle Georgia. Crick, back post and beyond. So we make it through 90 and expect probably a significant amount of stoppage time, as we had some significant delays throughout this 45 minutes. Offsides. Bouncing through. Great tackle by Lake Country United to deny the opportunity. Still in there. Ryan Amer. Jalen Ryan Amer coming in strong there in the defense for Lake Country United. Trying to shield it. It's going to earn the foul.
Make sure we're tucking in and playing defense. Over me. Really go. Shield. Stop high. Elia. You or Selena stay in the middle. You or him, either one.
Wilson runs that ball down. Will get us back underway as we're in the 93rd minute. Into space, working down the near line. Gets it back to Moody. Moody finds the back of the net for the fifth. Nicholas Moody with the goal, and that for sure brings out the coffins for the nail, or the nails for the coffin. I'll spit it out because that was a great goal for the Lake Country United man here in the 94th minute. Look at this. It moves down the near line. He receives it in the midfield, gives right there, give and go. He hits it and catches Lavaca off of his line, sends him the other way, puts it in the back of the net to make it 5.
Drop in, Louis. Louis, hold with those.
Foul
Hold with
committed by Lake Country right at midline.
Yo, slide over it. Aaliyah. You can't cover two. All right, that's fine.
Right into Wilson's hands.
Matt, patience.
Nice seconds.
Good. Move it now. Come on, Rui, win that ball.
We're now over 5 minutes into stoppage time from all of the delays / hydration break, substitutions, goals, and more. And here's another delay for injury, but he's able to get up, so this isn't too long.
Come on, turn around, let's go, lock it in, man.
Ani, saca algo, Ani.
Play it over here to the near side for Middle Georgia. Trying to force it into the box, cleared by Ryan Amer. Going to get called for a high boot foul. Gives an opportunity for Middle Georgia. This is about 34 yards out. And it's pretty central to the pitch.
Aaliyah! E-man! It's indirect. Just make sure you're near him.
Skelton over the ball. The captain's going to try this on his own. 4-man wall for Lake Country. Make it 3. Around the wall, but right into the hands of Wilson. Wilson will send it away. Foul be committed.
Lake Country FC again wants to invite you to stay after the game and meet the players. We ask again that you stay for all the after-game festivities.
Coming through 8 minutes of stoppage time. Didn't get any type of notification on how much stoppage we were going to get. Hopefully not too much longer. Maybe another minute or two. Here comes Lake Country again. Into space. Lavaca way out of his mark. Oh, and he pulls it. That should have been 6. Oh. He has got to just, that's going to be in his nightmares tonight. That ball was an easy put away as Lavaca came way out of his box to try to keep Rui James Pereira from scoring. Shot over the bar and out for goal kick. And that is going to do it. Finally, ladies and gentlemen, we end full time with the goal scored. 5 Lake Country United, Middle Georgia 2. What a setup here in the beginning, week 1 of Division 1 for UPSL Georgia Conference. Lake Country United 5, Middle Georgia 2. Sensational play by the boys at Lake Country United. Goals scored: Ricardo Ibar-Ruiz with a brace, Lefty Fuentes with a brace, and Nick Moody with the last goal. An amazing, amazing match. They'll go into next week, and they'll be on the road to Calera FC. That'll do it for our coverage here at ASMG TV. Don't forget to like and subscribe and get all of our content, not just these live matches, but highlights, podcast interviews, so very much more. That'll do it for us here at Greene County Stadium. Thank you so much for watching. We'll see you next time right here at ASMG TV.
This has been a presentation of the UPSL. Any use of this broadcast without the written consent of the Atlantic Soccer Media Group is prohibited.